My name is Martyn Sibley, and I'm a disability blogger, author, podcaster and activist. For 7 years, I've run a magazine called Disability Horizons, for disabled people, by disabled people. Although I currently live here in Cambridgeshire, you can often find me blogging somewhere around the world about accessible travel. Mobility and the power to move freely is something that I've always been really passionate about. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be working with the Toyota Mobility Foundation, who've launched a $4 million campaign. I really want to understand what the challenge is all about, what it will mean for the disability community, and how we can be part of that solution. Before I meet the team behind the challenge, I'm going to catch up with my friend and disability advocate, Sam, to get some of her thoughts.
So, what have you been up to?
Well, like you, always busy with travelling and giving talks and all that. But at the moment I'm working with the Toyota Mobility Foundation, and they're running a challenge with Nesta, offering $4 million, so
wow,
quite a lot of cash, for inventors and disabled people to reinvent the wheelchair, basically.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, really exciting project. So when I go to catch up and chat with the organisers, the Toyota Mobility Foundation, what do you think I should ask them to clarify?
Who's going to be involved? Are people with disabilities going to be involved throughout the whole process? I think that's key.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be able to create a wheelchair that will specifically adapt to your environment? I think that's really important because not everywhere's the same.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'll definitely ask them. I'm interested to hear what their answer is as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get back to me.
.com. We're heading off to chat with Nesta and the Toyota Mobility Foundation all about the campaign. Thank you for joining us today to talk a bit more about the challenge from Nesta's perspective. So who's involved in this project?
So the project's led by the Toyota Mobility Foundation, who are a charity with a focus on mobility. And we're Nesta's Challenge Prize Centre, and they brought us in as partners because we have expertise in designing and delivering challenges. We're giving away $4 million. We're going to give out 5 $500,000 grants to help people develop their ideas for the challenge. Those are going to be our finalists, and from those finalists we're going to pick one winner who will receive $1 million.
Why start the project? What were the reasons behind running it?
We want to spur innovation that supports social good. So when Toyota Mobility Foundation came to us saying that they wanted to do a prize that aligned with their mission of making more mobile societies, and they really wanted something that would kind of target technology that's used by disabled people, we thought it was a really great fit. So we were really excited to be involved.
So I was talking to my friend Sam earlier, and she was very interested in the idea of technology that can adapt to our environment. Is that something that you could see happening through the challenge?
Yep. So we're really open to any kind of device that is something that someone will use in their everyday mobility. So it can't be a robot that goes off for them. It has to be a device that helps them move about. But definitely it could adapt to the environment. So whether it's something that has sensors in it that allows it to respond to different kind of surfaces, kind of maybe it's also responding to the person and sort of like picks up when they're tired or if they're going to strain themselves and get injured. So it could definitely adapt to the environment for sure.
Thank you for your time today to sit down and chat about Nesta's involvement in the project.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to finding out what you hear.
It was really interesting to learn a little bit more about the challenge from Charlotte. Now I'm going to video call Julianne, Marketing Manager of the Toyota Mobility Foundation. Thank you for your time and dialing in today, Julianne. It's really nice to speak to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
So it'd be great to hear a bit more about why there is a need to run the challenge.
Yeah, so with the research that we did with Nesta, we really found out that there was a market failure for the types of products and services that were available for people with lower limb paralysis. Maybe there wasn't as much investment that was happening for this group. And so that's why we, with the advice of experts, really decided to focus in on this group and on this technology that was being underserved and underprovided for people with lower limb paralysis.
From what I understand from the research I've been doing about the challenge, co-creation seems to be a really big part of it. Why do you think that's so important?
So for the foundation, we really believe in the human-centered design process. And it's incredibly important, we've realized from past projects we've done, that it's really difficult to have success if you're not working with the end user. You can't just take a pre-prescripted idea and try to force a solution upon someone. It just doesn't work. And so that's why we've made it such an important piece of the challenge to actually work with people with lower limb paralysis, no matter who the innovator is. In order to enter, they need to be dialoguing and going back and forth and getting feedback from end users throughout the entire process of creating their device.
Well, thank you for your time today, Julianne. I'm really excited to get out there and meet the disability community and the inventors and get more people involved in the challenge.
Yeah, thanks, Martin. I really appreciate your help with the challenge.
In the next episode, I'm going to be talking to more people from the disability community to understand where they'd like to see developments and what their hopes are for the future.